Hello everybody, today in this video I'm going to talk about one of my assignments, and this is actually an assignment video. So hello Miss Gabby. Yes, so it is about this artwork that I made. It is called Why I Like Green. So I think I should start in the beginning into why I like green. The idea actually came by even before the assignment. So yeah, this whole painting is like a end semester assignment. So at the time, I was doing SLH, Studi Lapangan Humanistik, and I think I was on the way home at the time, and I just saw this lush, kind of like wide view, and I like green, and I normally just enjoy that kind of stuff. But I think not long after I received this assignment. It was not in the shape of this, it was in the shape of idealization, kind of like brainstorming. And I had different ideas. Actually, no, I got it all wrong. I think it started from random word play in the class that happened, and then that stemmed into mind mapping. And I think one of the mind maps I did just put like green as like a subject to make a mind map of. Skipping those boring details, I'd had the trip I just told you about, and it finally came to actually finished ideas. So those brainstorming and mind mappings were for this. We had to make three concepts, I think. One of the first one is actually this, why I like green, but the execution is completely different. Initially, I wanted to take a photograph because that's what I'm into. I wanted to actually go and find the place again, maybe not the exact same one, but maybe like a different kind of view to, express why I like green. But then as time goes on and finding the materials and actually searching for green, I find that it's hard to find that moment again. It's not every trip with my motorcycle I can find it, and I thought about just painting it because I'm kind of sort of comfortable with not being comfortable with acrylic paint. I've always had fun with it, and so I just thought I'll just paint the biggest size canvas that I can, and just paint. The first idea I had was putting like three small like square canvases because I had those, and that was kind of like a an option if I did not find a canvas. But I found a 30 by 40 centimeter canvas, which I ended up using. Okay, so why I like green is it's the one thing that has like consistently just is good for me, for my soul. It's the feeling, just the vastness, the sheer, just the immense feeling of space in front when you see like a mountainous view. It doesn't need to be any like specific place. When you get like a view on the ledge and it's looking at like a body of water or like a decent mountain, or just like looking, at an expansive area, it just makes you feel at ease. You're looking very far, very big, and it kind of like broadens your thoughts. Like what I've realized is my daily life, especially in the city, is very like closed, very like compact. Every day you gotta wake up in the morning, gotta hustle, hustle. If not, you're gonna get left behind. And just going through that, daily having to do things, builds up stress. Every day it's a different challenge. And for me, this expansive green view is why I like green, is what relieves me from that stress. You know, it's not specifically green. I see the sky is not green, definitely. And then maybe some water. You know, that's probably like chocolate in Indonesia. But the color green reminds me of that expansiveness, brings me the calm of the nature. It is crazy how I've gone through like 7 minutes of video or 9 minutes of video without saying nature, and that's pretty much the reason why I like green. And I guess I can talk about the process of painting. It is semi straightforward. Mostly comes with experimentation. Started off with the sky and was really confused on how to do the clouds because I did not really want that to be like this center point. I wanted to be the mountains, but I found this reference photo I took like probably like 5 years ago. But I used that as a reference, even though it's like not similar in essence, like looking back, but the kind of abstractness I took from that reference picture. And then I started to draw or paint the outlines of the mountains. I tried to recreate the same mountains. I'll probably go into deeper into that a little bit later. But after that, I went into like the foreground. I wanted to have the bench and the tree as the foreground. The tree acting as of like a shield from the sun, something on top, like a hat to not make you feel your thoughts are just flying away, or also you're not being too hot from the sun, kind of like a chill vibe. That's the effect I want to have from painting the tree. And then the bench over there, I put it there, and most of the people I've shown the concept to didn't really like the bench at first, thought it was too distracting, but it was because the sketch was like in black and white. So yeah, of course it's there, but it's in the corner as possible, but still prominent enough because I want this painting for me anyways. I want to imagine a place for me to sit in that kind of view, and hence why the bench on the side. But I like how the bench turned out. I feel like my favorite part is the bench, with like the highlights and whatnot. But lastly, the mountains, the actual view itself. This was like the most challenging part. I tried to, with the initial silhouette, anyways, I tried to put highlights, shadows, just never really, I don't know, clicked. Had problems with saturation and whatnot. And then I was in a call with my friend Ellen. She gave me a suggestion to watch Bob Ross. And so I watched Bob Ross. Now, Bob Ross being Bob Ross, he uses oil paint. I'm using acrylic. It's so way different like mindset. But then I just looked at the shape and I was like, yeah, it's kind of pointy. I actually did not really want to do pointy mountains, but since I tried to not do pointy mountains, it didn't look like a mountain at all. It just looked like a hunk of mud. I don't know. But in the end, I did made it a little bit more pointy. It is a bit cartoonish, but it looks way better. And I feel like with that being the most saturated in the whole image, should draw you towards the mountains. But still, I'm so not skilled for this project yet. I feel like I'm only 20% in. Like, I just don't have the skills to paint green. I've learned that green is very hard to paint, especially with acrylic, which dries really fast. I learned, but this is the best I can do. And yeah, this is the video on this art piece, which is due in like a couple of hours. So, oh, I also forgot to explain how I made the stand and how I put it in this board. So this board initially I wanted to like paint it, but I kind of like the wood finish anyways. Like putting the effort to paint it, I think it'll ruin it. It won't be like a frame anymore. I think it'll kind of blend in, not really blend in that well, and so making it different than the actual canvas itself is a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing I'm going with, I guess. And then to prop it up, I tried like making like three different like stands with this piece of cardboard. I'm using this cardboard because it's like stiff, but it took me a while to figure out a shape to make it hold. But I found out just making like a triangle and just stick it to the back of the board really works well. But yeah, that's the painting. It's gonna get shown off this Friday. Thank you for people who watch it, who's been watching, and yeah, see you in the next video. Peace.